Welcome back to the Hard Money Show, where we dissect the intrinsic dance of money, dreams, and life's harsh realities. Today's episode follows the story of Kevin, a hard-working carpenter whose dream of home ownership is clouded by a lack of financial literacy and understanding of the real estate market. It's a tale many will find all too familiar. Kevin's story isn't just a narrative, it's a distressing echo of a struggle faced by many. In Kevin's mind, buying a house seems easy, but Kevin owning a home is way off from his real financial situation. And the worst part is, he doesn't know that. Let's dive into Kevin's story and see what the future brings. Introduction to Kevin. Today, let's delve deeper into Kevin's backstory, which plays a pivotal role in understanding his current outlook on life and finances. Picture Kevin, our skilled carpenter whose hands are just as proficient at crafting beautiful furniture as they are at building a stable life for himself. He's reliable at work, brings in a steady income, and enjoys the comforts of life, like his brand new car. Yet, beneath this seemingly well put together exterior, Kevin's grasp of financial literacy, partially about credit, is not as firm as it appears. Growing up, Kevin's life was marked by the constant hustle of his hardworking parents. Vacations were a rarity, and both his mother and father were always busy juggling jobs to make ends meet. This upbringing instilled in Kevin a strong work ethic. He learned the value of hard work early on. However, it also sparked in him a yearning for the things he missed out on as a child: travel, leisure, and the joys of living in the moment. One of the most poignant moments from his childhood was a summer where all his friends were planning a trip to the lake. It was all they talked about for weeks: the swimming, the campfires, the freedom of being away from home. Kevin was invited, and he dreamed of joining them, imagined the fun and the camaraderie. But when he broached this topic at home, the reality of his family's financial situation hit hard. His parents, though sympathetic, simply couldn't afford the extra expense. It was a leisure beyond their means. While his friends excitedly prepared for the trip, Kevin felt a growing sense of isolation. He tried to hide his disappointment, not wanting to burden his parents with guilt. That summer, as he heard the stories and saw the photos of his friends at their lake adventure, Kevin felt a mix of happiness for them and a deep sense of missing out. It wasn't just the fun of the trip, it was the bonding experience he missed, the shared memories he couldn't be a part of. This experience left a lasting imprint on Kevin. It fueled his determination to create a better life for himself, one where he wouldn't have to miss out on such opportunities. It also gave him a deep sense of empathy for others who faced similar situations. Kevin's childhood wasn't just about the hard work and the struggles. It was also about the dreams and hopes that he carried with him into adulthood, shaping the person he became. This desire to seize life's pleasure is evident in Kevin's lifestyle. He manages his day-to-day expenses well enough, ensuring his bills are paid and his basic needs are met. But Kevin hasn't been as attentive to the long-term impacts of his financial choices. He spends on luxuries like the recent car purchase or the personal loan he took out for extra cash, and decisions made with present enjoyment in mind, not future stability. This approach to finances, while gratifying in the short term, has left him with a shaky credit score history, something that he hasn't yet grasped the full importance of. As Kevin dreams of owning a home, he clings to the idea of the government assistance for first-time homebuyers as his lifeline. With a savings of just $2,000, he's confident that he's on track. However, the path to homeownership involves much more than he anticipated. The late payments and considerable debts he's accumulated, seemingly minor inconveniences in his daily life, are significant hurdles in the world of real estate. Kevin knows best. Kevin, with unwavering confidence and a hint of cockiness, firmly believes that his journey towards home ownership is just a matter of time and a little help from government programs for first-time homebuyers. With a savings account that barely touches $2,000, he still exudes optimism, convinced that his minimal savings combined with government assistance are his golden ticket. To Kevin, the financial challenges he faces, the late payments, the growing debts, are a mere hiccup, easily overcome by his resourcefulness and charm. In Kevin's eyes, his steady income and spotless rent payment record are indisputable proof of his financial acumen. He dismisses the complexities of the real estate market with a wave of his hand, confident that his charisma and negotiation skills will easily bend the rules of the mortgage lenders and real estate agents in his favor. Kevin believes that all he needs is the right opportunity to present it, and he'll handle the rest with the ease of a seasoned pro. As he strides into the process of buying a home, Kevin's overconfidence masks a glaring lack of understanding of the real estate market and the rigid requirements of mortgage applications. He views his financial mismanagement as trivial, mere obstacles that can't possibly stand in the way of someone as determined and clever as himself. However, Kevin's journey is set to be a wake-up call. The real estate market is unforgiving, and his casual attitude towards debt and credit history is about to collide with the harsh reality of stringent lending criteria. Despite his confidence, Kevin is unprepared for the nuances of home buying and the importance of a strong credit history. His path to home ownership isn't just about fulfilling a dream. It's destined to become a steep learning curve in financial literacy, teaching him that overconfidence can be as much as a hindrance as help, and that in the world of real estate, knowing best isn't just about ambition, but about understanding the impact of every financial decision. Kevin making moves. Let's catch up with Kevin at a pivotal moment in his life. Fresh from a thrilling week-long ski trip with friends, his fourth getaway this year, Kevin is the picture of a man who loves life. He's just cruised back in his brand new car, a symbol of his hard work and, to him, proof of financial success. Kevin's good at budgeting for these trips, but once he's out there having a blast with friends, he tends to go a bit overboard with spending. It's all part of the fun, he thinks. This trip, though, something different happens. Amid the excitement, Kevin's friend shares some big news. He just closed on a house. As they celebrate, Kevin feels a sudden jolt of realization. His friends are moving forward, buying houses, settling down, and here he is, 25, with a steady job and a love for adventure, but without a home to call his own. This sparks something in him, a sense of urgency, a thought that maybe it's time to join the home ownership club. Kevin is brimming with confidence. He never had trouble with big purchases before. After all, he just got a car financed without putting any money down and has a plan to pay it off in 8 short years. In his mind, buying a house should be a breeze. He has a good job. He's always paid his rent on time. Why wouldn't he qualify for a mortgage? It seems straightforward to him. His friends' achievement, especially in real estate, have always been a source of envy for Kevin. The ski trip was a stark reminder of this. While they shared stories about their home buying experience, Kevin found himself feeling left out. His usual tales of travel adventures pale in comparison. He realizes that his escapades, while exciting, haven't brought him the same long-term satisfaction or sense of achievement that his friends are experiencing. Kevin's confidence is further fueled by his belief that his lifestyle choices, like his high-end car and frequent trips, are signs of his financial savvy. He views these as rewards for his hard work, not as financial burdens. His approach to life has always been about living in the moment, chasing the next thrill. But now, as he sees his friends settling into their new homes, he starts to question his priorities. Determined to catch up, Kevin begins to envision himself as a homeowner. He dismisses any doubt about his financial readiness, confident with his abilities to manage a mortgage, just as he's managed his other expenses. The thought of owning a home, hosting gatherings, and having a permanent place to return to after his adventures becomes increasingly appealing. As Kevin embarks on his journey to homeownership, his past financial decisions, the lavish spending on trips, the car loan with a long payback period, starts to cast a long shadow. He's about to learn that the world of real estate and mortgages is not as forgiving as the world of travel and leisure. His journey, fueled by a mix of envy and ambition, is set to be an eye-opener, teaching him that financial success is not just about earning and spending, but also about planning and investing for the future. Kevin reaches out to his friend Sam. In a moment of newfound ambition, Kevin eagerly grabs his phone to call his friend Sam, whose recent home purchase has unknowingly sparked a major decision in Kevin's life. He's charged with excitement, already picturing himself as a homeowner, hosting gatherings and making a space truly his own. As soon as Sam answers, Kevin jumps straight to the point, asking for the contact details of the realtor who helped Sam find his new home. Sam, who has been a friend with Kevin for many years, is taken aback by this sudden interest in home ownership. He's seen Kevin's adventurous spirit and carefree attitude towards life, and knows him as the guy who's more likely to spend on immediate pleasure than plan for long-term commitment like buying a house. Sam is happy for Kevin, but can't shake off the feeling of concern. He knows all too well that buying a house is a significant financial undertaking, not just a spur-of-the-moment decision. As Sam starts to voice his thoughts, Kevin, ever confident, quickly interjects, asserting that he's more than ready to take this step. "Sam, I got this covered. I've been managing my finances, haven't I? I mean, look at the car I just bought. This house thing, I can handle it." Kevin says, his voice oozing with a self-assurance. Sam tries to slow things down, to make Kevin consider the gravity of the situation, but Kevin's mind is already racing ahead, filled with images of house tours and paint swatches. "Kev, listen, buying a house isn't like picking up a new car. There are mortgages, down payments, interest rates, and a lot of paperwork involved," Sam tries to explain, but Kevin brushes off his concerns with a wave of his hand, even though Sam can't see it over the phone. "I appreciate your concern, Sam, but I've been doing great with my finances. Just pass me the contact. I'll take it from there." Sam knows Kevin's determination and also his tendency to underestimate complex situations. Reluctantly, he gives Kevin the realtor's number, adding a note of caution. "Just make sure you're really prepared for this, Kevin. It's a big step, and there's a lot you need to understand before diving in." With the call ending and the contact information now in his possession, Kevin feels a surge of excitement. He's ready to embark on his new adventure. His usual confidence masking the myriad challenges he is yet to face. In his mind, Kevin is already envisioning the perfect house, the joy of holding the keys for the first time, and the pride of achieving the milestone. But beneath the surface of enthusiasm lies a reality check waiting to him. His journey to home ownership is about to teach him some tough lessons about financial literacy, the importance of credit history, and the need for meticulous planning and saving. Kevin's story resonates with many young adults today, a blend of ambition and common misbelief that if you can handle the day-to-day finances, you can handle a mortgage. As he steps into the complex and often unforgiving world of real estate, Kevin is on the verge of discovering that buying a home is more than just an emotional decision. It's a financial and lifestyle choice that demands a deep understanding and a responsible approach. His journey, though filled with potential pitfalls, also holds the possibility of growth and learning, a true test of his abilities to adapt and plan for his future. In his excitement, Kevin quickly posts about his plans on social media, painting a picture of success and readiness for the next big step. His friends, aware of his lifestyle, flood the posts with mixed reactions, some cheering him on, while others expressing subtle doubts. Knowing Kevin's impulsive nature, Kevin shrugs off any skepticism to him. This is just another adventure, another story to add to his exciting life narrative. Meanwhile, Sam sits back, hoping that Kevin's journey into homeownership will be a wake-up call. He knows the excitement and pride of buying a home, but he also understands the responsibility and planning it entails. As Kevin strides ahead, fueled with ambition and a bit of naivete, he is about to step into a world that will test his financial knowledge, his decision-making skills, and ultimately, his understanding of what it means to be truly successful in life. Kevin explores MacTheMortgageMan.com. With Sam's contact info in hand, Kevin is ready to take the next step. He opens his laptop and types in the URL, MacTheMortgageMan.com. The website loads, showcasing a clean, professional design. It's filled with testimonials, helpful articles on home buying, and detailed explanations of various mortgage options. Kevin, however, is not one to get bogged down with details. He skims through the pages, more focused on his goal than the journey to get there. Sam had given him the website and email contact with a bit of reluctance. He knew Kevin's impulsive nature and was worried about giving a bad referral, but in the end, their friendship won out, and he decided to trust Kevin's judgment. Now, as Kevin navigates the site, he's impressed but impatient. He's ready to buy a house, and in his mind, that's all that matters. With the click, he finds the Contact Us section. Without spending too much time pondering, Kevin drafts a quick text to Mac. His message is straightforward and to the point. Hi, my name's Kevin, a friend of Sam's. He recommended I reach out to you. I'm ready to buy a house and want to get started as soon as possible. Looking forward to hearing from you. He hits send, feeling a rush of anticipation. In Kevin's mind, he's already one step closer to owning his dream home. Exploring realities and options. Mac sees the text come through and replies right away. Mac is the type of man who likes to handle things right when they come in if he can. The response from Mac is prompt and courteous. Hi, Kevin. It's great to hear from a friend of Sam's. He's been a diligent client, and I'm happy to assist you in your journey to home ownership. Let's set up a call to discuss your options, Mac writes back. Kevin replies with a burst of enthusiasm, boasting about his readiness and financial stability. Thanks, Mac. I'm all set. Good job, good savings, no issues there, let's do this. Mac, sensing Kevin's eagerness, suggests that they start gathering some information. It's great to hear your enthusiasm, Kevin. We can look into pre-approval or pre-qualification. Pre-qualification is a lighter process without pulling credit initially. What do you think? But Kevin, confident in his financial status, insists on going full steam ahead. Let's not beat around the bush, Mac. I'm ready for the whole deal. Let's pull a credit and get the ball rolling. Understanding Kevin's determination, Mac agrees, but with a note of caution. All right, Kevin, let's get a comprehensive view first, and we'll save the credit check for later. Could you email me the necessary documents for a mortgage pre-approval? We'll review everything during our phone call. Kevin's thrilled at the progress, gathering his financial documents, bank statements, pay stubs, and other paperwork. He's certain that his financial portfolio will impress Mac. In his mind, he's already decorating his new home. As they conclude the text exchange with a phone call scheduled, Kevin is filled with a mix of anticipation and pride. He's taking steps towards a significant life goal, but beneath his confidence lies a journey filled with revelation and learning. Kevin is about to discover the depth of financial understanding required for homeownership, a realization that might be as challenging as it is enlightening. His conversation with Mac will not just be about numbers and credit scores, but about aligning his styles and financial habits with the realities of buying and owning a home. Kevin's financial awakening. The phone call with Mac becomes a crucial turning point in Kevin's journey. As they delve deeper into Kevin's financials, the conversation reveals some stark truths. Mac, with a professional yet empathetic tone, starts to methodically unfold the intrinsic world of mortgages, down payments, and long-term commitments of owning a home. Kevin, usually brimming with confidence and spontaneity, finds himself confronted with a reality that demands more foresight and financial discipline than he has ever practiced. Mac begins by reviewing Kevin's bank statements, pay stubs, and the credit report he had previously pulled up. Kevin, let's talk about these delinquencies for 5 years ago, Mac says, pointing out a significant concern on the credit report. Kevin responds nonchalantly, "Oh, those? They're old news from years ago. I've moved past that. They're paid off." Mac takes a deep breath and explains. Actually, Kevin, credit issues like these stay on records for 7 years. And while one 30-day delinquency might have been manageable, your report shows a pattern of one 30-day, looks like 2 60 days, and one 90-day delinquency. And all within the same year. That 90-day one is particularly harmful. Kevin tries to brush it off. Yeah, but that was years, and I invested it all in tools. I got behind, but I paid it all off. That's what counts, right? Mac gently corrects him. Paying off the debt is good, but the history of late payments still impacts your credit score significantly. Lenders look at these patterns to assess risk. The conversation then shifts to Kevin's current debts. What about this $8,000 personal loan you have? Mac inquires. Kevin confidently replies, "Oh, that's some upgrades to my tools. Don't worry, I've got it covered. I'll make sure these are paid on time." Mac nods. It's good to hear you're planning on paying on time, but we need to consider your debt to income ratio. With this loan, your credit cards and your car payment, which was quite high at $1,050 a month. Your debt to income, or your DTI, is around 60%. To qualify for a mortgage, we need to get you down to at least 49% and ideally closer to 39%. Kevin's expression changes as the gravity of the situation starts to sink in. Mac continues, "And we haven't even pulled your full credit report yet. Given these factors, I'm expecting your score to be below 620. This would not only make it harder to qualify for a mortgage, but also means higher interest rates if you do." Mac pauses before addressing Kevin's misconception about the first-time homebuyer program. Also, the program you mentioned won't be available to you given your current financial situation. And with the high housing costs and interest rates, we need a solid plan for you. Kevin is silent for a moment after Mac's explanation, the weight of the information heavy on his shoulders. The dream of homeownership, which had seemed so close, now feels like a distant star. He tries to process the gravity of his financial situation, but a part of him still resistant to fully accept it. Are you saying that all this time, even after paying off those debts, that they're still affecting me? Kevin asked, a note of disbelief in his voice. Yes, Kevin, Mac responds patiently. Your credit history is a record of your financial behavior over time, and lenders take that very seriously. It's not just about clearing debts, it's about demonstrating consistent financial responsibility. Kevin struggles to keep his usual upbeat tone. Tries to reason. But I've been doing better lately. Doesn't that count for something? It does. That's a great start, Mac acknowledges, but we need to think long term. Repairing credit isn't a quick fix. It's about consistent, responsible behavior over time. The realization begins to dawn on Kevin that his impulsive financial decisions have long-term repercussions. He thinks about the high monthly payments of his cars, the personal loan for tool upgrades, and the credit card balances, all of which seem manageable individually, but now loomed large in the context of buying a home. So what am I supposed to do? Just give up on buying a house? Kevin asked, a mix of frustration and disappointment in his voice. Not at all, Mac assures him. It's about reevaluating and adjusting your approach. We need to work on lowering your debt-to-income ratio, improving your credit score, and building a strong financial foundation. Kevin takes a deep breath, the reality of his situation settling in. This is going to take a while, isn't it? He asked, more to himself than to Mac. Yes, it'll take time and discipline, but it's not impossible, Mac replies. I've seen many clients turn their situation around. It's about making consistent, positive financial choices. In the days following the call, Kevin's usual carefree attitude is replaced with a more reflective demeanor. He starts to reassess his spending habits and priorities, setting up a budget. He focuses on reducing his debt and contemplating ways to improve his credit score. Reaching out to Sam, he shares his new understanding. Sam, I've got a lot to work on. It's not going to be easy, but I'm committed to making changes. Sam listens supportively, offering advice and sharing his own experiences. It's a journey, Kevin. Just stay focused and keep at it. As Kevin embarks on his journey of financial awakening, he realizes that it's not just about reaching a destination, owning a home, but also the path that it takes to get there. His approach in life begins to shift. He still enjoys his adventures, but they're now tempered with a keener awareness of his financial health and future goals. The path to home ownership, which once seemed like an exhilarating sprint, has transformed into a marathon of discipline, patience, and responsibility. Kevin learns the true value of planning and the significance of every financial decision. With each step, he's not only moving closer to his goal of owning a home, but also evolves into a more financially savvy and mature individual. Closing reflections. As our episode draws to a close, Kevin's story stands as a testament to the power of knowledge and planning in the world of personal finance. It's a reminder that dreams are attainable with the right guidance and willingness to learn and adapt. Thank you for joining us on The Hard Money Show. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will continue to unravel the complex tapestry of financial decisions and dreams. Remember, every step towards financial literacy and responsibility is a step towards turning your dream into a reality. Thank you for listening to The Hard Money Show. As a reminder, Each one of our podcasts is partnered with a blog located at macthemortgageman.com. So, if you want to continue learning, you want to continue growing, head over there and give it a read. And if you want to support the channel, please make sure you share, comment, and like. Thank you all and have a great day.